See, in verse 28, or verse 27, yeah, you've heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. Yeah. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Hmm. Now, I would not want to commit adultery. Oh, I'm one of these that would not want to lust after a woman. Now, I know the dogs, yes, and their thought was, well, we're going to control the sexual nerve endings of the population, and we are going to decide when you have sex and when you don't. But this idea of lusting after somebody, just having sex and then paying them for it, yes. I think that this is something that Jesus wouldn't want you to do. Now, I've asked for volunteers, yes. Preconception agreement, right. Biochip moms, yes. Eroticism, yeah. And the thought of naked body massage to cause an increase in my sperm count as well as the healthiness of my sperm, yeah. That's why I don't lust. Now, let's say you're sitting there, and come to find out you decided to load your orgasm and you don't care what the woman looks like. Yes, as long as she'll take 50 to $100, oh, you'll come to find out. Poop. I think there's been an increase of the lust of the naked bodies of women. Yeah. Now, let's say the dogs decided, oh, we are not going to enforce the laws. As an American citizen, yes, that is wanting to have a consensual sexual relationship, yes, with every woman that I love, yes, yes, yes. My concern is the health of my sperm, yeah. Mhm. Now, how can I increase that? Well, I would think massage would be stimulating. Yes. Why don't you give me all the licensed masseuses in this nation and every nation? And then there's the concern about the breast size, the heavy weighted breasts of women. Yeah. You know, when you put shit in the food supply, I wanted them all to have girdles so that their spine was reinforced with a specially designed girdle that I myself designed. Yes. But anytime you put fish in the food supply so their twin fish can have sex through them, yes, it actually causes certain types of degenerative spinal problems for large breasted women because of the amount of weight on their chest. Now, why don't you get me the chiropractors today? I know a lot of women had thought that breast reduction surgery was for them, yes, but they might consider waiting until we find out if we should have a baby together. Now, there are certain things a woman can do for her breast health. That's right. And this idea that you're just going to control them, right? You're going to have sex through them, yes. And their dogfish is going to fuck them, pulp, causes a significant amount of pain and suffering. Yes, it does. Now, you wanted to design your lookalikes? Yes, to look like your spouse, but it's not your spouse because you could pay them to come to find out whenever you wanted. Yes. hmm hmm But every time that you attach their non-existent nerve endings to the actual sexual nerve endings of your spouse, yes, you caused a deterioration in their spine, in their bones, and in their bodies. Oh! Now, I do remember, isn't that right, Heidi? Pooh, a certain sexual experience where Heidi was in the family and I wasn't. Yes. And I thought it was kind of a weird experience, as in she sewed into me. Yes. So that Georgia could be on me, or was there somebody else that Heidi? Why don't you get me right the 4% rule? Yes, and get me the chiropractors that do the spinal adjustments. Yeah, for those that have lookalikes that seem to be having some sort of spinal problem. Yes. hmm See, when a fish spreads your legs in a way that's unnatural for a woman, yeah. My concern is they're actually destroying your physical body because of how attractive you are as a woman. And your husbands are in the way, poop, and they just have to have sex because they have to come to find out because they have to come to money. Oh, these chiropractors. Yes, I'm gonna want to know who they are. Poop. Now I'm sure your dog's all naturopathic, isn't that right, Mrs. Green Jeans? Yes, it does. My thought was if I were eating the right food products, yes, Now, I'm not talking ketchup and Coca-Cola, though it's something you might consider. Yes. But I was eating healthy, yes. And I was allowing for my sexual nerve endings to be stimulated, yes. So as to increase the sperm count and the healthiness of the actual sperm that I wanted to use to conceive babies. Yes, it does. Why don't you get me the naturopathic schools of the United States where the ND is the degree? Yes. Now there's Bastyr. Poop. There are all those green schools where nobody would ever consider eating meat, vegetarians. Now, I know you're worried about your health. Yes. And your thought was, well, we're going all green and we're going to be super healthy and we're going to be 5G. Yes. And we're going to make plants grow whether they want to or not. I want all the naturopathic medical degrees today, every chiropractor, every masseuse, and all the acupuncturists. Now, I've been to an acupuncturist for smoking cessation, yes, and I'd like to quit smoking. I don't really like smoking, but it's been difficult being homeless. I haven't been able to get my rights enforced. Why don't you get me the physicians of every oath, badge, attorney, mandatory reporter, and all of those that are legally liable for any and all court orders that have been issued in the United States, and get me their naturopathic physicians. Pooch! Get me their chiropractor. Yes! Get me all the massage and the acupuncturist. Because I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to completely fuck up every one of you. Oh, listen, Mrs. Green Jeans. Yeah. Come to find out, okay, you being on any one, you completely destroy their skeletal structure. Fish spread their legs a different way than women do. Now, let's think about it. I'm wanting to increase my sperm count. Yes. So that I have more sperm that are healthy. Yes. So as to manufacture pretty good right now.